River State Park.
Oh, we know how Google pronounces it.
Ochlockonee, the Ochlockonee River.
By the Ochlockonee. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Wade.
And I'm Lorraine.
And we are on the off-ramp. And today we head to Ochlockonee River State Park. Yes, we did learn how to say it correctly.
And congratulations to Daisy May, who entered the pronunciation for that name of that park.
That's right. So she'll get an 8x10 print, and Daisy May will contact you and we'll send it directly to your place. So this week we are at Ochlockonee River State Park, and we'll show you around the park a little.
And the area.
We
just loved it. Close to the ocean on Route 98. Well, long driveway into the campground.
Yeah. We're still 2 kilometers to the campground yet.
This is a long driveway to it. And getting into state parks in Florida is a bit iffy. This is off the weekend, so it's Sunday, and we could only get till Tuesday. We couldn't get longer in the week.
And the sign going in said campground full.
State parks in Florida are challenging to get into, we have to admit.
See the gators?
Oh, let's check. Nope, a log. But if we told you it was a gator, would you believe us? Some campgrounds have offices, some are like just drive up, you've got your reservation. Campers, pull to the right and park. All right then.
Take the next right onto Ochlockonee River State Park.
Oh, we know how Google pronounces it.
Yeah. We're camped at Ochlockonee and we're just going to go for a little bicycle ride around. Yeah, there's some nice shady sites here too. Very shady. Shady.
If you ever need me, baby, just call me. I'll waste no time, love, I'll come straight to you. All the river's wide, dear, and the road is muddy. Even if I gotta swim there, you know I'll be there soon. I love you like a garden underneath the rain.
Coming to the beach area.
Yeah, on the Ochlockonee River.
Are you the kind of woman a man get used to? I'm the kind of man that I want to make mine. If you ever need me, honey, just call me. I'll waste no time, love, I'll come straight to you. Oh, the river's wide, dear, and the road is muddy. Even if I gotta swim there, you know I'll be there soon. If you would've told me your mom was coming, I would've worn my finest clothes. I'm just a poor boy, I ain't got nothing, but I got love, babe, for you I know. So if you ever need me,
Somebody's brave when it comes swimming. This is the Ochlockonee River, near, just south of Tallahassee. Ochlockonee State Park.
even if I gotta swim there, you know I'll be there soon.
Oh, we've taken a bike ride from our campsite. Well, I guess I'll have to show you how we got there. You have to crawl underneath this log. Or crawl over the fence. And then you get to sit here like this and watch the activities on the river.
The river's pretty busy. It's pretty nice seeing all the families on their boats and having fun.
Yeah, it's a Sunday afternoon, late afternoon. It's almost 4:30 already.
But if you ever need me, honey, just call me. I'll waste no time, love, I'll come straight to you. Now the river's wide, dear, and the road is muddy. if I gotta swim there, you know I'll be there soon.
This spot is right behind our camper. We're just discussing
If we would go in
if
here.
we'd go swimming or not. Lorraine says she'd totally go swimming in here.
Oh yeah.
This time I'm Mr. Chicken. I'm thinking, all I can think of is alligators. But there were kids swimming at the other spot. But I think this will be a nice spot for photography in the evening, though.
I'm thinking I would go in to get wet and come out.
Hopefully you come out. The Ochlockonee, there we go. The Ochlockonee River.
We're sitting in Crawfordville, Florida, after we've been camping, and you know, there's a few little things that go wrong. Half the time, I don't even understand what Wade's saying he needs, but there are metal parts lying on the floor. See that behind his foot? Has something to do with the bike rack. And then the lock on our tire at the back here. I'm just going to show you this. Something about a lock down here wasn't working properly. We got to get that checked out. And Wade had at least 4 things. Oh, and the quick release on the water, where the water gets hooked up on for when we're camping, that wasn't working. And now it was leave the campground and see if we can find a place to get all this stuff, which feels like it'd be about 10 stops. But here we are at Ace Home Hardware that was connected to Napa Auto Parts, and everything that was on his list, I think we had 5 things he was able to get at this one-stop shop. You don't know how happy that makes him. And at the same time as he walks in with his good news, I have to tell him my good news, because while he was sitting in Napa and Ace Home Center trying to figure out all of his list, my job was to find a camping spot. And where did I get? Do you remember? I'm so excited.
St. Andrews State Park, I think.
Yes, and that is a pretty big deal off of Panama City, and we are on the beach. I'm looking forward to that. That is a hard park to get into, a state park, and 2 sites came up on the weekend. That's like 2 happy things happening all at once here in the world of on the off ramp.
So now I just need to find a locksmith.
A locksmith. So we're Googling that, and we'll see what we find. And we'll be back at our campsite relaxing sooner than we expected. We'll do a little scenic drive on number 98. Oh, you guys, this is another fun part of our trip. I think this highway is pretty well known, number 98. We'll talk about it some more, I'm sure, but it has a bike path all the way along and right to Panama City, Florida. Right now we're crossing a bridge and we're going to an area called Alligator Point. We're doing a day drive, following the 98, and then heading back to our campground at Ochlockonee State, or I don't know, Ochlockonee State Forest Park, and that has a river. It has the Ochlockonee River, but here we are heading towards.
This is the Ochlockonee River here, actually.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow! It's
and it goes right into the Gulf over there, I guess.
Goes into the Gulf of Mexico. Well, at our campground, it's quite a bit narrower, and we're connected to a spit of land and heading to an area marked on the map as Alligator Point. Wade and I are driving through Alligator Point, which is definitely a cottage community, and the point's got what, ocean on both sides. This is a little bit more sheltered, so they've got the big,
well, it's a peninsula in the Gulf of Mexico.
oh yes, a peninsula.
Oh wow, look at all the docks here.
And I mean, there's not a large communities around this in terms of grocery shopping or amenities. I think the closest would be, the largest would be Tallahassee. I always say it wrong. Tallahassee. And we're just driving to the end of this point, just watching it. So this road has had cottages on both sides, and the ones here on the left of me are facing ocean on that side. Wow, pretty beautiful. Lots of cottages here for rent, so if you're planning to stay somewhere unusual or different in Florida, this would be it. But looks like a beautiful, well-kept community.
So we've spent 2 days here at Ochlockonee State Park, and tomorrow's moving day. But we've had a beautiful time at this campsite. It's right on the Ochlockonee River, and it's been just a beautiful, beautiful. The weather's been incredible. And Lorraine, I've been working hard and Lorena's just been reading the whole time.
We just finished supper.
We just finished dinner. And then we went for a little walk and now we're just coming back. But this is our campground. And it's just a beautiful place. And it's nice and quiet at nighttime. And this is our backyard.
We are watching carefully as the neighbors get into their vehicle, start it, and pull away. You wonder why we're watching? We're just preparing for our biggest move camping. I think this is the shortest. Well, no, we've done it once before where we've moved sites. But we lucked into staying here one more night. And that's the site that we were able to book. It's right across the street from where we are right now. So Wade and I have just been patiently waiting for this couple and their tent set up to be gone. So yep, they're moving. A long day of travel ahead for us. Hey.
See you later.
What? See you later, he says. And this is our long day of travel to our next campsite.
One of the things that Lorraine and I have found with camping in Florida is that we need to be flexible. We had 2 nights reserved at Ochlockonee State Park. However, we wanted to stay longer, so we had to wait to see when there was a cancellation, and we quickly booked a 3rd night so that we could stay that 3rd night. But it meant that we had to be flexible and move sites.
Okay, come back, and stop.
So we've ended up with some beautiful campsites over the time, but right now we are in Ochlockonee River State Park. And this is our 2nd site here. We were in that empty spot way across over there. And for our last night we had to move. We wanted to stay 1 extra night. We have a few plans as we head to Panama City, so this will help cover that. But this is our campsite in Ochlockonee State Forest Park. We have really enjoyed our time at Ochlockonee River State Park. It was a wonderful park and neat and clean, and we met a lot of nice people.
Well, in fact, the guy that cleans our fire pit is a volunteer there and stays at the campground. Major Boston Bruins fan, and we saw our Manitoba license. He hit it with Wade on the whole Jets, Bruins, hockey, NHL talk. As a result of our visit with him, he introduced us to a family member who we met later on in our trip.
So thanks, John, for letting me talk hockey with you in Florida. We are now heading down Highway 98 and we'll be heading to St. George Island for a quick 1 or 2 hour stop off just to visit it and see what's there. And then we are heading to Panama City Beach area, and we'll be staying at a Boondockers Welcome site just outside of Panama City.
The one thing we've noticed about driving along Route 98 is just being so close to the ocean. What a great drive.
Our plan is to make our way towards Texas and then head home. But we know that things can change, so we need to
Hold our plans loosely.